Lower it. Don't need to. But now that you mention it, I do have a big dick.
Well, I mean, we just missed the recording of that, but yeah.
I'll never say it again.
That'd be funny if Dana came in. No, he doesn't. like
just takes the wind out of my sails immediately.
Right? Oh, Jesus.
Thanks, darling. Thanks, darling.
Oh, Jesus. All right, so now we're on Twitch as well. Dope. And then I will open up Twitch to see if we get any comments. But we're on, so.
All right. But yeah, no, I just want to make sure we I guess we can just get right into it. Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of Comix, a very intimate episode we got going on today.
I don't like the phrasing on that.
Oh.
Phrasing on that.
I wish
I just muted it. Sorry. We're going live and it's doing an echo. Oh, it's my phone. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. What's really great about that is I wanted to say a joke and I couldn't think of a joke, and so the echo actually saved me to make it seem like I really am quick and witty, but I'm not. But yeah.
Whenever I say make fun of you or something, right? And you're like, no, you're a fucking asshole. I always think of Harold and Kumar when he can't think of anything and he goes, yeah, but this cockboy here, I do know what I want to say. Cockboy, like he has I am quick enough. Cockboy, like fuck, man. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, cockboy.
Yeah, me and Ash will be shooting the shit. Little segment. No, not a segment. This is episode 103. 103.
Holy crap.
I know.
If we were recording, it'd probably be like 106, but we took a break for Thanksgiving, and we also took a break because our fellow host, Esteban, has a kid, a brand new child. Congratulations to Esteban. And Andreas is a little under the weather, and Carmen is still on hiatus, so you're down to us.
Yeah, you guys stuck with us. And then I was on hiatus, and I'm back for a little bit, and then I went on vacation, and now I'm back. Cancun was fucking great. Have you ever been?
I fucking saw a picture. I haven't seen I haven't been to Cancun. I went to
Cabo?
Princess del Plaza. I'm probably butchering the name. It's like kind of next to Cancun, but it's one of those places that like it's fucking super scary from the airport to the place because you're only on this like dial-a-ride. But on this dial-a-ride, it's like Compton, Brooklyn, fucking like not great areas, and then welcome to Mexico. Like it goes like crazy, right?
Yeah.
And then you have a little wristband, and it's open bar everywhere, but because you have your little wristband. And it was amazing. They have fucking endless pools. It was beautiful. I'm just saying the trek there was like, yeah, it was like when you see the aftermath of fucking New Orleans, like when they were showing like, it was not great. Yeah. But that was just on the way there, and that's not a judgment towards any other country.
100%.
I saw.
What's funny that you say that is, so a buddy of mine, born and raised here, but he is Mexican. But I would say he's more in touch with his Mexican roots than I am, because I'm very whitewashed. Like my dad, even though he was born in Mexico, came here when he was 18. He only spoke to me in English. So it was, I don't have a lot of practice with Spanish, so I was never really brought up with like Mexican tendencies, because my dad made it a point of like, it's about English, we in America. That's not a Hispanic accent, but that was his like sentiment.
Yeah, that sounded like Zangief, but yes, go ahead.
And then he put me in a pile driver. Another pile driver.
Yeah, I did it. Another paralyzer.
Pile.
Yeah.
And so he went to Mexico 2 months ago, and when he went, he got pickpocketed bad. So it was him, his wife, and 2 kids, and so he was carrying the luggage. And so what had happened is, right when he was leaving the airport, like a bunch of people crowded him. So where he felt the airport was crowded, like it wasn't so obvious. So it must have been like 10, 15 people part of the robbery or whatever you call that. So while they're all like walking through like the same hallway together, he thinks it's just a packed little subway or whatever. And they get into his pocket, take his wallet, take his phone, take everything.
Like, I don't feel it, or we're doing this. Fuck you.
No, he doesn't feel it because it's all like he just feels like a lot of hands, like people are like trying to like pushing past him and stuff. So
you don't feel your ass, you just feel like
right. It's like and so they steal his shit. That should be the end of the story, and it's not. They fucking content because of Facebook. So they look at his ID, they find him on Facebook, they message his wife, and they say, "Hey, we found the wallet. All the money and cards are gone, but we found the wallet with the ID in it. Do you want it?" And she's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Leave it at the hotel front desk." And so, long story short, he ends up getting his wallet back, but like, no, all his credit cards are gone. Obviously, cash is gone, phone is gone, the whole nine. When he told me this story, it fucking scared me. And so I bought one of like a little satchel, a chest satchel. So
as
when
you
I
should.
went to Mexico, I was like, I put all my shit in the little like fucking satchel, and then I zipped up my like a hoodie, and I was like, it's not gonna happen to me. I got scammed in a different way. So first of all, I'll say we stayed at a resort called Excellence, Playas Mujeres, and dude, it legit the fucking
Look beautiful through the pictures and the videos, and I'm so glad you did the first drink, last drink thing. That ended up not the last drink, but I've been wanting to do that from ever since I saw those videos. But I'm glad you did it because it was fucking cool. And by the end, you guys were all,
You're not recording. I'm recording. You're
oh,
not
that was the
recording.
best.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
that was the best.
But yeah, no, so we wanted that. And actually, when you come to my wedding, fucker, I'm gonna give you that homework assignment. Try to record as many people as you can of like your first drink, and then
Hey, I'm just glad I'm invited.
dude, it's an open bar. We need to fuck that place up. So I know. Anyway, I
The
digress.
wedding and a funeral.
Yeah. And oh well, actually, before we get too far into this, because this is a pretty gnarly story. Well, I think it is. Cheers, sir.
Well, let's
And
do one. Oh, and
what you drinking?
Evan Williams as always, but I do want to cheers because in 2 days it's my mom's heaven birthday, and then two, we did recently lose a friend of the family. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer. Also, have you ever seen The Office?
Yes.
You know who died today?
Wait, no. Who?
Do you remember when I was going to say her real name, Jen, but when Pam was drawing butts on that truck?
Yes.
The guy that comes out, "Hey, lady, that's my fucking truck," died
Oh.
at 56 years old. I think he was on Westworld too, but that's what I know him from. I don't know him from the other show he was on.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh shit, like, wow, like
6. Jesus, young.
And then also from Fleetwood Mac.
Oh.
From Fleetwood Mac. Trying to blank on her name. But yes, trying to blank on her name because I have 3 shots to the dome. So, but a toast to those. Also, Kevin Conroy. Also, fucking Peter Gallagher. Sorry, Gallagher. Fucking anybody else I didn't mention because we're live and I haven't think of Jason Different Frank. Which you have a fucked up story you want to tell me.
No,
I'll write that.
I'll fit it.
Make a note of that. I have a question about that for that.
Wait.
Cheers.
Oh yeah, cheers.
Oh yeah, cheers.
No, what was your question though? When we were saying about Jason David Frank?
You're gonna remember your story. I don't want. I'm not
Oh
gonna let
yeah,
you go.
dude, are you kidding me? It impacted me. Well, I was gonna say for life, but at least
Is it fucked up when you read "dies by suicide" that your natural curiosity is how?
no, because I immediately started looking into articles to find out how.
Exactly.
Wait,
Okay, so
wait,
then TMZ goes, "We'll tell you how," and then you go and you click and
they
you
don't.
fucking get out of their little cookies and all their fucking bullshit, and it goes "dies by suicide." And what I'm loving, not that, what I'm loving though, is in the comments, they're like, hey, it just says this, don't click on it. They're just fucking, it's clickbait. Like, it'll actually tell you in the comments, like,
Don't do it.
whatever, like, don't waste your fucking time.
Yeah,
Because they know you want to find out, or you know, like, it's like, if it's not Kanye and fucking Kim for fucking some god awful reason,
yeah.
or who Pete Davidson is fucking dating, it's that. And it's like, just I kind of want to know. I want to. Was it a hanging? I mean, I know it was. He was trying to work out stuff with his wife, and then okay. So where do we go from there? Did he drown himself? Did he slit his wrist? Like
Yeah,
morbidly, I want to know.
I'm thinking either pills or hanging is my guess.
Yeah, but I almost feel like because when Robin Williams died, it was like hanging, like and fucking uh Chester Bennington, fucking
Hanging. Yeah,
Chris Cornell. There
yeah.
was no guess how he died. It was
He did this, but I
yeah,
think I mean I feel I mean in my personal opinion I thought it was interestingly phrased, and it's like oh he died today by suicide, and it was like because they are treating it more of a condition, which I know depression.
absolutely.
I know depression is a condition, but it's also like a part of it sounds like you're removing the action from the person. Like, oh, it was done to him, and it's like,
It's
well,
so much of a not a film, so much
like a
of
separation.
almost a disease kind of a thing. Like
Yeah,
it
yeah, yeah. Like,
he suffers from
oh,
suicide.
he's up. Yeah, and I, I don't have a strong enough of opinion to say they shouldn't do that or they should do that or whatever. It's just an observation from an outsider that's never been
Yeah,
involved, thankfully, with a family member that has committed suicide.
yeah,
But it's just interesting in our lifetime that news articles used to say so and so committed suicide
yeah,
to then death by suicide.
yeah.
Like interesting little word, but I mean, I don't know. It sucks. That one in particular, I read an article about it today about like the wife finally spoke up about it. And I guess they were like fighting beforehand, and neighbors called the police. Like the story doesn't add up because her version that she told People Magazine was that they were gonna make things up, but they were gonna patch things up, or that was the plan.
Yeah, saw that.
And she went downstairs to so that they could sober up. And when she went back upstairs, the door was locked, and so she was knocking on the door for him to wake up to open the door. But she previously said that they both had two different rooms. She's like, because that's just how we do, because he snores. And she's like,
Also,
for
too,
some reason, they call the cops. So I'm like, how hard were you banging on that door for somebody to call the cops and be like, hey, get this bitch out of here? Because when they did come, they said, hey, you need to leave. And then she would later found out that her husband was dead. Like,
it's such a hard thing to grasp. He was the one dude. I'm sure all the others were too, but it's not a he was the one guy that was like, yeah, I'm the Green Ranger. Yeah, I'm the White Ranger. Fuck it. Like, yeah, this is
he
what it is.
yeah,
I have MMA. I have fucking when they did Ryu versus the Green Ranger, he actually played the Green Ranger.
yeah,
Like little shit like that, like was like, yeah, dude, yeah, so what? And while other people were like, well, I was also trained in Juilliard. I'm not just a Pink Ranger. Like, no, like he was that guy that, fucking whatever. And I had not heard a bad story. There was pictures like when he went to WWE and like took his kid or even just went and met the New Day and which you see him backstage just because he was a celebrity.
yeah.
Um, all the way to fucking just being at like, there's people that are barely surviving on these signings, and there's people that, like when we went to go see LA Comic Con and Zachary Levi and um, John Leguizamo were there. I'm here. I'm gonna do my fucking 3 hours, but it's gonna be fucking fun, and I'm out. I'm not there to be there for 12 hours. Sometimes I'm gonna have people sign, sometimes I'm not. Like he's just, this is what it is, and it kind of makes it more special because these are the, I have to be
To be
there.
here within these hours.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're not
and
just. Oh, I guess
not Will Arnett. The kid. I know we're getting into different things, but I know we're gonna get back to it. The kid that was Batman Beyond, but started as Boy Meets World.
Will Friedle.
Will something, right?
Friedle.
Yeah, right. Like he was also like, I'm on stage to talk about Boy Meets World from 2 to 3, and then I'm doing my signing from 5 to 6, and then I'm out, right?
Yeah.
So like that makes it more special. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not going to stay till 6. I'm just letting you know this is what's going to happen.
Right.
If I stay longer, I stay longer, but I at least promise till this time. But if I signed everything and it's 5:45 and no one's in line, like I'm out.
Yeah.
And there's some people were kind of like, oh, 2 people to sign.
How but sad is that?
Yeah. And it's like, bro, I see you on Arrow or on The Flash or whatever, and you're here. And I wouldn't, if I wasn't in this line, I'd be in your line. But it also, if it wasn't $60, I wouldn't be, you know what I mean? Like
that's how I felt the first time I met the Power Rangers, or a big cast of them. It was Walter Jones, the Black Ranger. I met him.
Which Black Ranger? I don't.
The very first one, the Black.
Okay. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
I am going to cut you off. Isn't it weird that the Black Ranger was black? The Yellow Ranger was Asian. The Pink Ranger was, and then the Red Ranger. The Blue Ranger, I understand. He also happened to be, but it was kind of like almost. It was like
it was very on the nose.
Change things up.
So it's almost like right before the movie studio, I don't know if it's for a fact, but the movie studio was like, we can't do this.
Yeah.
But I know the reality was they were negotiating the contracts. And so the Red Ranger, the Yellow Ranger, and the Black Ranger, they were all like, let's all the Rangers, like, if we stand strong and say, hey, we want more money because of whatever.
Like Friends.
And then they're like, nope, we're not doing that. And then they just recasted them. Yeah.
Was never, I mean, I understand Power Ranger Ninja and all this. I only know the OG cast. I don't know fuck who it is today. I don't know. Oh, no. But it got to the point where Tommy was even a Red Ranger, right?
Yeah.
It's so, I mean, it's like Dragon Ball Z.
He was in the most seasons. So like in the original was Mighty Morphin, and then that turned into Thunder. And that's around the time where I tapped out.
There's Turbo. Is Turbo in there?
Turbo's after that. So Thunder, the Ninja Zord, it's Mighty Morphin, and then they had like the Thunder, then they had the Ninja, which is with the movies, the one movie that came out, and then it was Turbo. And that's when the Blue Ranger was replaced by the little kid. And then after that, I don't know if it goes to Zeo after that, but I know that's where he turned into.
Oh, I remember Z. I don't remember. I remember it. Power. Yeah. I don't remember.
That one is when the former Green Ranger was now Red, still the leader, and then there was a couple different versions of that he was in. But yeah. What's funny you mentioned about Will Friedle earlier, though, when there was news earlier in November that Kevin Conroy passed. I did two things. The first one that I did was I watched the Will Friedle cameo that I purchased for myself when I was drunk, and it was just him just saying, like, you know, where he got his inspiration from and how he saw. He's like, there's this little part in it where he talks about, he's like, oh, Kevin Conroy's my Batman. He'll always be my Batman. He was a mentor to me. And I thought that was really cool, especially think about in the cameo, which I'll repost on the Comix Instagram page. If you guys can give that a follow, we'll post that up to give Kevin Conroy some love or repost it. Um, but he mentions how he had never done voiceover work before, and so he was very intimidated to work with the greats like Conroy and Mark Hamill, and that they were just so sweet to him. And keep in mind, this is years ago where he has no reason to be like it felt like a love letter, even though it was, not.
Yeah.
So that was one. The second thing I saw was the cameo he did for you. I thought it was the way he spoke in it was so fitting to as deep, and it's not the happiest of cameos.
No, but
he talks about mortality. He talks about all these things, and just like of who we have to be as people, that life is about loss, that we have to keep that energy that they gave us and keep moving forward. And it was like you could almost call it cheesy, but everything he said made sense to me. It was just, and you can tell he believed what he said, and it was like it just felt so genuine. It was so sweet. Like it sounded like he fucking knew you. Like he was talking to you like a fucking friend. Like his cameos like average like maybe a minute, and he spoke to you for about 5.
yeah.
Like it was fucking long, dude. Like I rewatched it after the morning that was the first one that I saw, and I was like, this is long. In a good way. In a good way.
Yeah. It is long in a good way. But they everything like he went into why we gravitate towards Batman, his loss, and like he has no powers, but he's still fucking up there. And to the outside looking in, when they first did Batman versus Superman, people that aren't in the comics were like, dude, it should just be like, and he's done. Like, but you don't understand, like fucking we have come to a point as nerds where Batman has the weakness of all the Justice League.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we're at that point.
Yeah.
Fuck, even in that movie, he says, oh shit, because he's about to die from fucking not Apocalypse. Doomsday. Fucking Steppenwolf.
Doomsday.
What?
Doomsday. Doomsday was gonna kill him. Not Steppenwolf.
Doomsday. Sorry. Where am I with Steppenwolf? That was
Steppenwolf isn't Justice League. But when he says, oh shit,
my bad. You're right. You're right.
It's like about to get
yes, so he's the oh shit thing. And yeah, like just crazy shit like that. But again, we're going everywhere for that. But the Kevin Conroy thing, to get back to the Jason David thing, is I will always love when people just embrace, like it's the people that always go, yeah, I was Hercules in fucking Justice League 2, but I was also in Scarface Part 2. Like the people that need to fucking, I was in Avatar 3. What were you in Avatar 3? I was the guy that fell off a fucking Avatar. Like, okay, so
yeah,
it's, you know what I mean? Like fucking
just own it.
Yeah.
Own it and be proud of the community that you create or you develop. Yeah.
Exactly. Look what Heath Ledger did. Look at fucking Joaquin Phoenix does still, like, I pick and choose. Even though we have accepted you as Joker, the High Crown, he's still gonna do some weird ass movie where he's like psychotic, or he's, there's something wrong with him or whatever.
Yeah. No,
Speaking of which, Thor 4, I think I'm only ever gonna see that once. I saw it once, and I think it was such a fucking tug at the heartstrings.
Really?
The entire it never let up. And then as soon as it let up, like cough, cough, like, don't forget I have cancer. Like, fuck, dude, I'm out. Like
you were just bummed out the whole movie?
Yes.
Got it.
There was times I was like, oh my God, I forgot Tessa. I think is that her Creed name, or is that the Valkyrie?
Yeah.
Hot.
Oh my God.
Jane.
Thank you.
Jane. Hot. and it was like awesome and fucking whatever. But again, it would be, especially when she had her Vidal Sassoon hair, and I'm like, I'm Thor, like, oof.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden she would cough or whatever, and then it would be like, oh, by the way, I have cancer, and it'd be like, oh,
Damn it.
oh,
Yeah.
oh. I feel like the go away, like the instead of doing the Anakin cough cough into the harmonica, they do the fade away death.
Yeah.
So you don't see the whole hardcore
Yeah.
ugliness of it. But there was so much of it ugliness. Like if it's not the daughter dying, it's actually Chris Bale dying that turns into I
Yeah.
will take care of her. And then I didn't know why it was called Love and Thunder. Spoiler alert till the end. But then I was like, oh, okay, cool. Because it was almost kind of creepy. My love, which I'm only used to in like Romeo and Juliet. I'm not used to you calling your kid my love, you know?
Yeah.
So that made it, I don't know. It's my immature brain the entire time into like, I think this is a one time I saw it and I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that, which sucks too because it's like I love the characters, I love what they built, and it was just like I can't like, yeah, it's like I came for a good time, god damn it, like, um, have you
But,
seen?
and again, spoiler alert, when Valkyrie says, are you going to tell him? Meaning they already have a relationship.
Right, they
I
know.
was like, ah,
You start thinking back on like the shit from before, like, well, did you see Wakanda Forever?
not yet, but I heard
Not
that's a
yet.
cry fest too.
That's a problem. Like I've heard people like after it came out, we were like, "Oh, I'm gonna go see it again," and it's like, I can't. Like it was just because it bummed me out. Like I'm sure I will at some point, but it was like, dude, like I need a cigarette. Like once it's done, like it was just such a. It was heavy. It was, and it's not even about the fictional character so much as it is just the way that um you have a great sense of empathy, sir. And we've established that that's why you don't like horror films because you put yourself in that person's position and you just get kind of like freaked out for them. And so these, like, I tend to put myself in situations of like, of loss or whatever. If I see something in a film, I put myself in that position and I'm like, I'm getting sad for them. And so these actors, like, I swear to God, some of those tears looked real, dude. Like it just looked as if they were crying for the late Chadwick Boseman more so than they were. And so like in those scenes when they're playing, I'm saying playing, but when they're acting through a scene where you can barely understand them because they're crying so heavy and it's like ain't nobody that good of a goddamn act. Like it's that type of shit. It's just like fucking Christ. And so
Another can do Shakespeare tomorrow and then do Black Panther on Friday.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
didn't oh, I'm gonna make it wasn't I'm gonna make the money, I'm gonna do the artsy fartsy, I'm gonna make the money. It was just straight out like, yeah, I am. And the point that was awesome was when he was running with fucking Captain America and fucking passing it, like
Yeah. They're running so much
that was
faster
like
than everybody
he's
else.
saying I'm on par with you. There was no,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like beautiful. Fucking on top of that, like I'm trying to catch up to him to save him. I'm trying to catch up to him to kill him. Like that scene is fucking you're like it wasn't I'm going to fucking surpass you because I'm fucking Superman and you're only Bumblebee or what
Yeah.
Blue Beetle. You know what I mean? Like it
Yeah.
was like we are it's almost like a I choose to be under you or follow you, but there's no like Thor, like I choose I can kill you, but I choose to be under you.
Yeah.
And as a king of a whole fucking nation, like I'm king over here, but I still like Avengers Assemble, I'm down.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Fucking
Happy
A.
belated Turkey Day, Zach Pot, beginning of the year. Welcome, Zach Pot.
Cheers, Zach. Drink to that. And if you're driving, drink. was double free driving. Oh, so I didn't mean to turn
What's
this
your fucked
into
up Mexico story? Yes.
yeah, that's what I was going to tie into. Is I didn't want to turn this into such a bummer, but it's
We everything we talked about was super bummer, but it's good,
didn't mean
man.
didn't mean to, but yeah, but it's life, right? It's one of those things we can't. We're
a lot better than what's your opinion on
yeah.
us,
Well,
man.
Bill Murray has a great quote on that, and it says, "Don't take life too seriously. Nobody gets out of it alive," which is very true. I think about that quote a lot. Like it's like, what are we gonna do now?
We wake up daily to find out, like, oh, by the way, that guy died or that lady died.
Yeah,
Like, what is happening?
and you've also heard of the rule of three, yeah?
Yes.
The negative things happen in threes.
It's getting to be a high ass number this year.
Dude, it's yeah. So, and this is nowhere to be compared with death, but talking about negative shit happening, you just have to deal. So, all right. Cancun, Plasma had its excellence. We ended
Plasma
up
de sex nuts? Sex
yes,
nuts? Plasma de sex nuts.
yes, yeah.
All right. I'm booking my flight today. Plasma de sex nuts.
I want 2 tickets to Sex Nuts, please. They're like, all right, to give you a quote. Right. We're like, wait, that's a place. But yeah, so we booked it like a year ago, and so we booked it during the pandemic, and so we got it at a really good price, and it was all included.
Everything. Why?
Yeah, it was great, and we loved it. I would, if anybody that wants to go to Cancun, I'd be like, dude, absolutely go to this place. Like, room service is free. Well, free. It's all paid for. Like room service, drinks, food, everything. We just brought like $200 in once so that we could tip, whatever. But I digress. By day 3, we decide there's this little island that's kind of like Catalina Island, but it's called Playa Mujeres, and it's like the most beautiful waters in Cancun, they say. So we're like, we're so close, we might as well try to go. At the resort, they had a little $50 round trip boat ride that'll take you there, drop you off for 4 hours, and then bring you back. So I don't have to get on a taxi, easy peasy. Me and Dana do it. When we get there, the drop-off point is at a jewelry shop, and they're like, we'll pick you up here in 4 hours. Don't trust anybody else. They try to take advantage of tourists here. So me and Dana are really alert. We're like, okay. And so we rent a golf cart. Everything's fine. We go see the island. We stop by a couple little shores, jump in the beach. We find a little restaurant, have some bomb fish tacos that me and Dana still talk about today. It's time to go back. We head back to the jewelry shop, and there's like this little lobby, and so we're just sitting in the jewelry shop. There's a lobby. We're sitting in the lobby where you're supposed to wait for your boat. What I failed to mention at this part of the story is this shop is broken up into 3 pieces. There's the lobby. To the immediate right of the lobby, there's tequila sales right here. And then the bulk of it is jewelry. And then in the far left, you've got little bullshit like tourist gifts and stuff like that. And so the guy over here, he's like, oh, did you guys like the island? We're like, yeah. So he's making small talk with us. And he's like, oh, well, come over here. He's like, have a sip of this tequila. He's like, try this one. I try it. Dana tries it. Okay, now try this one. I try it. Dana tries it. Okay, well, now try this one mixed with this one. I'm like, okay, I try it. Dana tries it. We're actually just taking shots. We're getting fucked up, but we're tequila tasting. And so we get maybe 10 minutes of that, of like, I would say we took maybe 7 shots each of tequila.
Yeah.
Now it's not a full, let's say it's not a full shot glass. I would say maybe it's like half of it.
Yeah.
So it's like, but we're being sophisticated to taste it. Right around this time, the jewelry guy comes over. He's like, hey, did you know that because you guys booked this ticket through Fuckity Fuck, we'll give you a percentage off? And so he takes us into this back room and opens up. opens up my back door. No, he like shows us all these like wedding bands, and he's like, which ones do you like?
What's happening?
And Dana's like, oh well, let me look at this one. And so I'm like, I gotta piss. I've been drinking too much, so I go pee.
No, what is happening?
I come back.
Yeah, this is bad.
Dana's wearing it, but it's not all the way on. It's like maybe like the top part of her finger. And he's like, oh yeah, like I'll sell it to you for, it's normally $5,000. I'll sell it to you for $2,000. And
what? It's $5,000. I'll sell it to you for $2.
2,000. 2,000.
Oh, okay.
And Dana's like, it's perfect. And I'm like, it doesn't fit her finger. And he's like, oh, but it's perfect. It'll fit. And then I was like, no. I'm like, and I told him the size. I'm like, her size is 7.25. Takes out like the fucking measuring thing, and it was like 6.5. And he's like, oh, okay, I guess it won't fit. I'm like, yeah, man, it's not gonna fit. It's not gonna work. So we'll get a size for you. And I hear him say in Spanish that he doesn't think the guy's there, but to go see what they can do. And so the guy takes off. And
the tequila guy takes off.
The tequila guy takes off to go.
Makes no sense.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
And then, but me and Dana are sloshed at this point. Like, we're just like, okay.
You might drop $2,000 on a ring.
I mean,
that's how fucking fucked up you are. You might.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And here's the thing: it's like the wedding band. Her wedding band is something we needed to buy anyways, or what I thought was.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And then we started speaking to each other. We're like, how magical would it be if we bought a wedding band here, and it reminds us of this wonderful vacation that we had, or whatever. Homeboy comes back. He's like, we got it fitted. We pay it. He puts it on Dana's finger, takes a photo of it, takes my ID, takes a photo of that, and then he's like, all right, you guys can go. And then around that time, our boat comes up. Our whole ride back, unbeknownst to me, Dana feels weird about it. We get back to the hotel, and she's like, she takes out the ring. She's like, babe, this wasn't the ring that I asked for. Lo and behold, when I look at it, you see like a bunch of little black dots. So it was supposed to have like diamond embedded around it. And it's just like a bunch of little black rocks. And Dana's like, they switched it out. And I'm like, and she's like, why didn't we look at it? I'm like, I was fucking drunk. I trusted him. Like when they showed me the fucking shiny ass shit, I was like, that, but in her size, and they went to go get it. We're like, fuck it, let's do it. And they promised us like a certificate of authenticity and all this stuff. And yeah, and so we both wanted to vomit. We're like, we just lost out on $2,000. And then we look it up on, and we don't know. And again, we don't know why we were so, well, we do know, all the fucking tequila, but we were so trusting that it never even occurred to us to like look up the store online. We check out the Google reviews. It's got like 2 stars. All these fucking reviews were just like, these people are crooks. And they exactly the same sort of thing. They like hop you up on tequila, and then they turn you around and try to sell you the shit, and you're more susceptible to saying yes, like when you're fucked up on tequila. But that's our story. I'm out $2,000, and we got a shitty ass story. The story gets easier and easier to tell. The 2,000 is pretty steep. My credit card bill doesn't feel good about that, but
I don't even fucking feel. I will. My rent is $1,400. That is rent and like 2 weeks of fucking groceries. Like,
yeah.
That's just, oh, my heart hurts.
Yeah, dude, it was painful when it happened, but at this point, me and Dana are just like, you know what? We have to own it. It fucking happens.
No, see, that's fucking, that's mature way of thinking.
We have to, dude. Like, there's like, what are
there's uncles I would have called that would be like, all right, we'll be there in 10 minutes.
Let's go. Yeah.
And with like, and my uncle's a very like loving, nothing. There's no any animosity. But he's in a biker crew. Yeah. Like a biker, not like the biker boys, but like fucking legit biker crew. Choppers, like, it would have been like, all they would have had to do is shown up, and they would have been like, so what happened? And then I would have, but that's where my mind goes.
Yeah.
Your mind goes to a way mature, like, better luck next time. Hopefully it never happens again. But I would have been, oh Jesus. That's like January. I'm making you feel even worse, but
No. Yeah, trust me. Like,
that's why you need me. I would have been like, hey, bro, like, we got free tequila, and like, let's just go back to the fucking hotel. Like, let's just. This was awesome. Thank you so much. Oh my god, here's $10. You didn't lose out on anything. Fuck you. Fuck you. You got
we're good.
$10.
Yeah.
We're out. Like,
Yeah.
the ring that you got was probably $10. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nobody lost
Yeah.
out on anything. Nobody jumps me. Like,
Right.
fucking thanks, bro. Out. Zach says he's going to Cancun. Sorry, I just spit. Cancun, December 7th to 12th.
Oh
Should
yeah.
he be concerned coming back from there? I'm so glad I tuned in tonight. Thank you for your story and sorry for your loss. That's Zach.
Oh, should he be concerned? Nah, not at all. Um,
Just
um,
everything that's kind of, if it's not part of the package,
right now,
fucking, I'm
uh,
out.
I would like to know if Zach is going to a resort or not. That's what I'm curious of. So if you
No,
could,
I don't know if he's still watching because due to the time change, it's
yeah,
10:26 over there.
got it. Because if you're going to a resort, Zach, you'll
Yes,
be
sir. He's going to a resort.
resort.
What resort, Zach? I'm telling you, it's going to be Plancha de Nuts, or what was it? What did I say?
Launch on the nuts.
Hard Rock Resort.
Oh, that's okay. So they're gonna have shuttles. So you, sir, are in like the Hollywood of Cancun. That's like the where
Closer
the
to Sun Festival.
yeah. So that's like the party area.
Yeah.
And so if you do go into the main town, I would recommend don't take all of your money just in case for like pickpockets and stuff. Or you might want to get like one of those satchels like I did and wear it here. Um, just because I've heard stories about pickpockets and stuff like that.
And
But
the more you
outside of
drink.
that,
Yeah.
yeah. But inside the resort itself, security is so fucking great. Like if you're over, and I think you might be over the club scene, over the all of that shit, stay in your resort. Just fucking let people cater to you. Let people bring you food, bring you drinks, and just fucking hang out. You're gonna have the best fucking time. I'm excited for you. It's
He
gonna be
won't
great.
leave. He won't leave the bus other than to go home, or he won't leave other than the bus to go home. I
Perfect.
don't even want to know. Plus, I don't know. I hardly know Espanol. Yes, Zachary.
Well, the funny thing about Cancun is
Absolutely.
their second language is
Yeah.
English. So
Not to
everyone's
mention, they accept American money, so it's
yes.
more very, yeah. There
So
wasn't a conversion rate. There wasn't a nothing.
yeah. I mean, it is intimidating when you go to a restaurant. It's like 3,000. It's like, huh? And it's like $30. It's like, because it's like 1 peso is 5 cents. Is the
But they kind of do it for you.
they do? They'll
Yeah.
just be like, it's this. And it's like, how much is in dollars? And they'll be like, oh, it should be blah blah blah.
And there's
Um,
Google. There's your phone.
yeah. So don't worry about too much about that. But if you're staying in the resort anyway, you'll be fucking fine. Everybody in the resort's gonna speak English and they accept dollars. If not, that's probably the more preferred currency anyway. So oh no, dude, you're gonna have a great fucking time. I would just say take out like a couple $100 at once and uh fucking party, dude. All right.
He's now just speaking random Spanish that he knows.
um all right, well we can move into a couple of the items that we have in today's docket. Did you see the Mario Brothers trailer?
I did. What do you think about that little small uproar about the Hispanic guy that can do like the little
Yeah.
whatever, like they wanted a small petition to replace Chris Pratt. You saw that, right?
I did. I think back on something that Bryan Cranston said is when he was in that movie with Kevin Hart, The Upside, people got really upset because Bryan Cranston played a paraplegic. And in the movie, The Upside, it was Kevin Hart was going to be his like in-home hospice care or whatever. and then he teaches him how to live life, and he ends up loving his life after all, even though he's a paraplegic. And people gave him shit. They're like, why does he do it? They should have hired an actual paraplegic actor. And then Bryan Cranston's response is like, well, it's acting. I'm pretending to be something. That's
Yeah.
You're taking the fun away from being able to do that. Like, not to say no disrespect over somebody that is that. It's like, but I should be able to act that way without me being offensive. If anything, it's a portrayal.
This is the same world that's like Black Man, no pun. Superman's gonna be black this year. Like, yeah, like this is the same world that's like that, but you're upset about the paraplegic person that's not being played by a paraplegic person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, fucking I Am Sam is amazing, but Sean Penn isn't special.
Right.
You know what I mean? Forrest Gump is amazing, but it's you're acting, homie. Like,
yeah,
it's
and
then on top of that, there are probably so many restrictions to get a paraplegic person to do a 12-hour day on a set to be the main character of a fucking movie. There are a lot of hoops they have to jump through to make sure fed, changed, everything, you know, like the normal way you would have to take care of a paraplegic person.
Yeah. Well, that reminds me of was it in the set of Morbius, how they delayed shooting because Jared Leto refused to take off his little stilts. So like when he get around, so he's like in the back in like the craft tables. And he's like, I have like visuals of the directors. All right, and son of a bitch, like, you know, just being frustrated, but like he's a method actor, so he's like doing his thing.
But man, he got Joker and a movie he could have, like, man. He has amazing luck in being a side character.
Yeah.
He just doesn't, and being such a character actor, maybe don't be Joe Pesci. Don't be the main guy. Be Joe Pesci.
Yeah.
And make all the money in the world. But be Joe Pesci to Robert Downey Jr., Robert De Niro. Like, you don't need to be the main everything weighs on me guy.
Right. Yeah.
Just be fucking whatever. Keanu's made a living at being in the movie, but happens to be the main character, but it's who John Wick is killing.
Yeah, it's not really about him.
It's not really about him. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's the dog, it's the wife.
When you think about it, he doesn't really have a lot of speaking lines.
Look at fucking Matrix. It's all about them trying to find Neo. They find Neo to make Neo the god.
And then everyone's talking. And then even when he is like the one and he's awoken, he's like, upgrades. And he's like,
yeah. And then it becomes about this. And that.
And then it's Morpheus that's explaining what's happening. What's happening to Neo?
Same thing with beginning to believe. Sandra Bullock has probably 30% more fucking dialogue than he'll ever have. Fucking Gigantor, fucking Dennis Hopper, Jeff Bridges, like, just I happen to be the face of the movie.
Yeah.
But just be that guy, man. Just be that guy.
Speaking of John Wick, though, fucking John Wick 4 coming out. Fuck yeah.
I haven't seen part 3.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Dialogue's out the window. Like, this 30, I think the first 30 minutes, I mean, I haven't seen it in about a year, but I would argue there's about a 30-minute stretch where there's no dialogue from him, and he's just kind of walking through places, beating the shit out of people in very creative ways. Like, it's really difficult to dislike it.
I haven't been watching shows and investing in shows.
You're watching like
it's a depression, but it's almost like a happy depression. I don't know that I'm depressed.
Is it like you're reflecting?
I would drink during these shows because we are like, especially like say during quarantine, like by myself, by myself, by myself. Oh my God, my friends are here. And I'm drunk carrying a fucking busted up wish.com Yoda.
Yeah.
Um, but life has been as such where I'm happy professionally. I'm uh I'm happy on my own in that I don't feel like I'm letting anybody down. Like if it's one check is rent week and that's cup of noodles, and 1 week is very live like a king week. I
Yeah.
haven't been able to mesh it into
Spread it.
exact. Never say that again. But that's kind of where my living is.
I get that. I think most people are that way, by the way.
So in having a significant other that is female, there's times in my past where living on a peanut butter sandwich, I'm always going to have $300 of my car broke down. Somebody got shot. We need to put him in the hospital right now. Not shot, but you know what I mean? I always have
you have that 300 set aside,
kind of something like, yeah, I'm going to eat this later, but it's there.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I can't not have that. So when I see these little videos of he needs to have a 10-inch dick, a fucking 7-figure fucking whatever, like all these little fucking stupid criteria bullshit, go ahead and do that and live on peanut butter sandwiches. Videos, awesome.
Yeah.
Please do that. And you'll end up on the Golden Girls and blah, blah, blah. There's a million more of me than there is of that guy. That guy has no fucking problem being 6'10" and fucking working for Google and fucking making that money.
Yep.
You're not what he's looking for. Have a cupcake and fucking say hello. That's what I'll say about that. But I'm happy about all that. But I've always had my best friend that was there, who is going through a bit of a control thing. And it's affecting like a lot of everything. My time with kids, that doesn't sound right. I'm just trying to be everybody close to me knows what I'm talking about, but I'm not. My time with the kid that is fucking almost my daughter, you know what I mean? And then like everything. So it's like a growing apart thing. And I haven't realized what I was depressed about until that. Because I've been home on a Saturday night and I'm like, it's a movie night. It's a fucking whatever. We also have friends that are very like, so what are we doing? Like, I can't.
Yeah.
Ever since quarantine, I'm very like aware of there's $90 that you can have pizzas, barbecue wings, and fill up this apartment with people, or it's $90 and you bought 4 shots and you have to figure out a way home.
Yeah, no fucking shit, right? Yeah.
Quarantine made me very aware of this is what you spend your money on. It's fucked up, but this is what you do.
Yeah.
And it's a cross between that and restaurants and fucking venues trying to make their money back. Like Pantera and Metallica is $7,000.
What?
Why? Like, do you think that during quarantine everybody saved up their money and it was like, yeah, like what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
That it's this.
Is it the resellers though? It can't be them, right? It's not. There's
WrestleMania
no way.
And Pantera.
But there's no way that it's the venue that says this is how much
No,
we're going to charge.
they're
It's
they're getting their
people
money
buy it and then they're
right,
reselling the shit, right? Because
right.
they, I mean, but that's been happening for the past couple months. They said that about
You
like,
were in a band,
yeah,
so I know you know about fucking pre-sale tickets.
yeah,
The venue could give a fuck about your band.
yeah.
It's how many times have you gone to the
Fill this
whiskey?
place up.
It's like everybody's uncle and aunts that could give a fuck. Like, go Riley. They could give a fuck because you're that those bands are supporting like fucking what's it bet like Space Hog. Which is weird too, which I want to bring up. Um the two fucking trailers that I saw have one is Space Hog,
Yeah.
but done all slow. And then there's fucking what the fuck am I thinking? The Mario trailer has a 90s song that's done as a remix.
But as a slower version. Dun, dun,
Right.
dun, dun,
No,
dun, dun, dun. Not that one.
there is an actual song that's being played to it. I think that what opened everybody's eyes was Cobra Kai when they did Cruel Summer, and it's somebody else doing it as a different version
Yeah.
and a way slower, and it fits what I'm doing with the trailer.
Oh, dude, that has been fucking taken over. Like, I want to say the first one that I saw that revolutionized shit was Us. The I put 5 on it, and it's like,
Yeah,
it just
that's
sounded
okay.
so
Transformers.
creepy.
Transformers has the Notorious Big
Yeah. If you don't know, now you
you
know.
know, and then it's just
But
over and over, right?
but it's super slow. The voice,
Yes,
it's like,
so that they could do the Michael Bay fucking
yeah.
to it.
But
It's
it's
like,
it's
why?
cool. It's
Why
slow
is that?
down, and then it's just like,
Yeah,
I know what that is. Or like,
yeah.
even
But
the
we
Batman.
know what that is.
True.
They want these little 6-year-old, 7-year-olds like this brand new song. Like, if you don't touch it, like Batman, people are now exposed to Nirvana.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. That how badass was that when he's walking through the crime scene and the fucking slow ass Nirvana playing something.
And it's not even it shouldn't fit, but it does. Just like my dick.
Yeah.
It should but it does.
It's so
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Right. But it's like it wasn't a we'll make this fit so that parents go, but also like Tarak was playing something in the way, and now it reminds me of Batman as opposed to the B-side of a fucking single.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like the song that wasn't even the thing.
God, so good. See, God, that should have been its own topic. The slow down these songs, and it's like takes you. But yes, back to the Mario trailer. It has no right looking that goddamn good. Was I mad about the Chris Pratt thing? No, not really. Like, but I mean, people. The thing about the internet, it gives people a voice. Like when Smash Brothers was announced for the fucking Wii, and they announced that they were going to have Sonic the Hedgehog in it. There was a petition for the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog because it wasn't the voice of the Sonic the Hedgehog voice actor from the Sega the Dreamcast. It was going to be the one from the TV show. They were like, we won't have it, and nothing happened from it because it's like it's a fighting game, so he's just going to grunt a couple times and say like, "You're too slow," like. That's it. Like you're making this huge petition for that. I don't know. I don't mind.
You know what I love though too? Mario has Chris Pratt. Sonic the Hedgehog has Ben Schwartz.
Yeah.
Is name wise way down here.
Agreed.
But because now of Sonic, it's gonna be like you don't have the name from the guy in the movie. Like, you know what I mean? Like almost like a Kevin Conroy. You're gonna do the voice so much that like you are like it's Keaton and kept like there's not a you're not clearly not seen as a fucking Clooney, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Like you're in the talks of Adam West, Keaton, Bale, Conroy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I'm very impressed with the
And
sound
it
of
blows
Jack.
him up. I'm sorry, it blows him up. It blows up
100%.
that
Ben
absolutely.
Schwartz. And Ben Schwartz, I thought, did an amazing job as Sonic the Hedgehog too, by the way. Um,
But I
but
bet you they were more banking on James Marsden being the name than
oh,
Ben Schwartz.
for sure.
They were
Yeah.
way more banking on. We have Cyclops. He's in Dead to Me. Like they were way more banking on that guy. He was
Yeah.
in Superman Returns. That's the face to the comedic. Like
Yeah.
that's the cool thing about fucking Ryan Reynolds is I have the comedic chops as well as the looks. So it's like it's an all-in-one fucking package.
Yeah.
But he never plays like I'm the hot guy. He always plays the I just friends. I can't get the girl. I can't get the girl. But every girl, fucking Ryan Reynolds, hands down,
Yeah.
play him tomorrow. But has the ability to play the like I can't get chicks.
Yeah. How great casting is Charlie Day as Luigi, by the way?
I couldn't figure out the fucking name because I heard that voice before,
Yeah.
and I know Charlie Day's voice like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Not only from Pacific Rim, Always Sunny.
Always Sunny. Yeah.
He has that gravelly fucking, and then he also has that love him.
Yeah.
Fucking. I'm not gonna say acting wise, but he has that. They have done the videos where Rob and Dennis are doing videos like a TikTok video.
Yeah.
He's in the background writing the script to the next fucking episode.
Yeah, dude.
Right? Like,
well,
that guy's the most serious, but at the same time, like, it's like everybody shines, and then like this is a Charlie fucking episode. Everybody shines. 4 episodes later, this is a Charlie episode.
Dana listens to the Always Sunny podcast.
Yeah.
And in it, one of the episodes they talk about Charlie talks about how he wrote the script to Horrible Bosses 2 on a plane ride. Like, that's fucking insane. I'm sure it went through rewrites or whatever, but like to get a basic premise of it and to like kind of like that's so fucking crazy to me. It's like
when we write, we know how kind of everything should go. When we do skits, we know how everything should go. It's a lot harder when you get an actor that's like, well, my guy has to look cool, right? So I'm going to be it's a lot harder because then you're like, at the very least, I need to see how I see it. If you do it 10 times better, then let me see how I envision it, and then let's do your way, and then we can do editing, make it whatever. Yeah. But I feel like he's that, like especially with part 2, I now know Jennifer Aniston's down. That's her character. Everybody's down to be in part 2 unless you're dead. But, and then, Jason Sudeikis' fucking timing and humor.
Oh, yeah.
And not only that, he's going to make it even funnier because it's a springboard. It's not I'm going to change your shit because I don't look amazing in this. And it's like,
right.
Like
there doesn't feel like there's competition there.
We're,
right? Like
we're going from where you started. I'm going to say your words, but I'm going to say it like this. And then if it gets to the laugh, then we're all gonna. Yeah. And then you have Jamie Foxx again, who will do Ray, who will fucking be in Spawn, who's gonna, but is here, like, is also gonna do your dick and fart jokks movie.
Yeah.
That's what I love about an actor.
It's interesting to see, like, I remember when they interviewed Sylvester Stallone on this, like, after doing the first Expendables, as like who he was going to get as the villain, and that initially he wanted to have, which he ended up getting afterwards, but he wanted to get Jean-Claude Van Damme, but he turned it down because his character was going to lose, and so Jean-Claude Van Damme was replaced by Stone Cold Steve Austin. But that whole fight when they're like kind of going neck and neck. It was supposed to be Jean-Claude, and he turned it down because of that. He's like, he didn't want to lose. And so he came in the third film or the second film, he ends up being the villain. But I just thought it was so interesting of just like what you're saying is like, wait, do I die or do I lose? Like, no, that's not what I have an image. It's like, bro, you haven't made a movie in 10 years. What do you mean? What image?
Yeah. But and then too, like John Travolta said yes and dies in Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Which you begin to love that character so much that when he dies, you're actually like, no, I think I saw him blink. I think he's alive. I think Vincent Vega's not dead. Like you're looking at it like they got to figure out a way to bring Vincent Vega back because like, and they kind of did in that because of Quentin's filming, he still finishes the movie.
Yeah.
You in the end he dies, but it's almost like it's everybody's story. So so he still finishes the movie because of the way that he did that movie. It was a very fucking smart thing because Vincent Vega got all the way to Battlefield Earth, like Swordfish, Face Off, which is fucking amazing. Face Off. I know people don't like John Woo movies because it's based on slow motion and doves, but like Michael Bay films, you're not going for Shakespeare, homie. You're going for fucking, oh shit, that was awesome. Just like fucking Fast and Furious movies. You're not going to fucking watch Da Vinci Code. You're going because something's going to explode. Mm-hmm. The comedic guy is going to say something, whoa, a missile flew out my ass. Yeah, and it's going to be fucking funny and it's going to be whatever. But as long as you get from point A to point C, your movie's going to be amazing. I will say, though, quarantine has opened up our eyes to whether you're willing to go spend $20 and whether you're not.
100%. Well, I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. All right. Honest question. When Trolls was available for digital rent or download or whatever for like the movie, when movies were closed, you couldn't do anything, and Trolls was the first thing I think that came out like around March. Did you rent it?
No.
I did. I was kind of hoping you would say you did because it broke all kinds of records of like people.
I won't rent anything.
It was like $20.
There was that moment, remember when it was like you have 2 weeks to watch this fucking movie before it comes out in the theater.
Well, that came out later. Oh,
yeah, that's where I was. That's where my shit changed, and I still didn't make it for some of them.
Yeah,
but that's where I began to like, oh, this is what you're actually doing. I get the fucking $10 pretzel. I get the cheese. I get the soda. I get the, you know what I mean? Like, I am it's a $60 event because I will go fucking sit down and watch a movie. I saw fucking Top Gun 3 times. I like the movie. I'm going to spend the same $60. Like I'm all invested. It's harder when it's like the movie's called The Help. You never heard of it? It's won a million awards.
I see. You wouldn't do that with like a
never heard of it. Yeah. Now I'm gonna end up loving that movie, and it's amazing. The acting is amazing, but it's not what's gonna get me to spend.
Sure.
It's no longer the $20, and I'm gonna see the movie with you. We're all gonna fucking go to Coco's after. Like it's no longer that. It is the event is now watching the movie.
You would love the AMC Stubs app. Not that I'm trying to get you to another subscription because I know this day and age so many subscriptions. You would fucking love it, dude. 3 movies a week.
All right, I will look into that.
Yeah, dude.
$20. You know what I mean? Like
$20 a month. But yes, I do know what you mean. It becomes. It's a big spectacle, and then also it's like
it is $20 a week.
No, $20 a month.
$20 a month, and it's 3 movies. But it's still going to be. You're not going to watch the movie and come home. You're going to spend the $60 for the jujubes and the fucking whatever.
You can. It's it's very rare that me and Dana don't go and get at least a soda, which is $7 for some reason.
Do the fucking. We snuck in a bag of pot. Everybody can do that. I'm just
everyone
saying,
does their thing. Yeah.
Also, they not only is there a long ass line, they will make you wait. And you're like, okay, I missed little bit of the previews. All right, so we're in the beginning. Somebody died. Okay, 167. Got it. What happened?
What I still don't understand is why it takes so long at those lines. Like it feels
Zackpot.
weird.
Cherry ice every time. Cherry icy every time.
Cherry icy. I don't do the ices anymore. I used to. I always end up feeling more thirsty. I know that makes me feel old.
I can't do Slurpee because I do Slurpee shits.
Really? Like
I
right
have.
away?
It's a situation.
So does that include Vegas like yards? Like if you go to like Fat Tuesdays, like Fat Tuesday the yard, the slush.
No, I don't ever have beer farts or beer shits or nothing like that. Like Slurpee,
no. Not a yard of not a beer. The Fat Tuesday is like a slushy margarita.
Oh no.
And it's like a literal yard is
no.
like
I don't know if it's a Slurpee sugar or what it is, but Slurpee has something that's like goodbye to the rest of your day.
Really?
Yeah. I hear it whispered to me through the lid. Goodbye to the rest of your day.
You're like, what?
And I acknowledge. And when I say Slurpee shits, I mean it's not like a fucking choro. It's like fucking
shotgun.
Yeah. I think that's what Cypress Hill was talking about.
I affectionately refer to them as shotgun shits, and I'll tell Dana. I'm like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. She's like, don't take long. I'm like, shotgun. She's like, oh, okay. She knows.
I have a question. I have two questions for you.
Fire.
All right. When you have, say, a blowout, do are you considerate in that, like I'm not talking about desperado, fucking it's all over the wall. I'm talking more like, this might have been a situation. Let's clean the toilet.
On the wall of the bowl?
Yeah, like, are you aware, like, it could look like a death scene to somebody else?
I am now.
Because of a woman.
Because of this woman. Yes.
Yes. No, I'm not going to generalize. Bill Burr taught me better. But yes, women will tell you, like, a woman will tell you, like, things you didn't even fucking realize. Like, you blew it out, but everything looks amazing, but they lifted the lid and it's like all fucking, yeah, you didn't even fucking, I wouldn't have even thought to look at that, but yes, absolutely.
And I never thought to spray either. And Dana started buying those little like poop sprays from
Bed Bath & Beyond.
And so I'm like, I never did before. It's just like, you just deal with it. And she's like, no, did you spray? And it's like, it just turned into such a thing. And yeah,
I'm surprised they don't have the little every 5 minutes so that nobody has to spray. It's an every 5. So it always smells like fucking gardenias or whatever the fuck they want it to smell like.
Yeah.
Second question.
Yeah.
What is the most fucked up white elephant gift you've ever gotten?
That's a great question because I have to buy a white elephant gift now.
Also, why is white elephant gift like this and Black Friday is like this, but you get the most savings on the Black Friday?
Racism. That's where you relieve me. That's where
your one word, racism.
Racism. That's why. Oh, so you're saying the white's better?
But the white elephant you always get stolen from, but Black Friday, you just fuck up people for your fucking PlayStation.
That's true. That's true. I don't know if I mean, I think the worst white elephant gift would be a hula hoop Jesus. Like,
oh, what?
Like, it's like it was like a Jesus, like a bobble, not hula hoop, but like a bobblehead Jesus. He like moves. It's like this. You put him in your car, kind of like the hula hoop. Hula girls.
And it wasn't even like the Kevin Smith Jesus. It was like a.
I mean, he wasn't on a crucifix, but like it
wasn't. Jesus.
Yeah, it wasn't the buddy Jesus, but it was like a version of that. It looks like it was clearly bought at Spencer's, like, or like one of those places that it's just like, we're trying to be silly, funny. Here's a funny gag gift. So I would say
With
that
Jesus.
with Jesus. Yeah. I didn't say it
That's
wasn't in
the
poor taste.
most awkward thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it was like, and so that was my awkward, or that was probably my worst white elephant gift. Yeah.
All right. My family has these camel ball candies that every year, so it's gonna happen. Somebody's gonna get these camel ball candies. Easily since 98, 99. The joke is who's gonna get them. So it's gonna be a big ass fucking Cuisinart fucking box, and then you're gonna open it, and then it's gonna be a little box of fucking camel balls, or it's gonna be put in. It's the creativity is how you're gonna get the camel balls, not if, because it's never gonna be wrapped in a fucking rectangle box.
That's funny.
It's gonna be how you're going to get the camel balls. I thought it would be funny from Spencer's. There was it's a cock ring of sugar coated taffy, and there was some stupid pun name that it was called, and I thought it was gonna be hilarious. Like I thought it was gonna be on par with camel balls, and we all laughed or whatever. So luckily, my cousin, who's 10 years younger than me, opened it. But when he opened it, he kind of passed it off to his girlfriend and was like, okay, who's next? And like didn't say what it was. And, oh, it's candy. Absolutely realized what it was. It never saw the light of day again. But that's where you know, like your line, like the line of the family, like,
yeah.
The youngest guy in the room was like, this is not appropriate.
Yeah.
Right? And I was like, I kind of thought it was all right.
I thought it was funny. Yeah.
And he got the arm and a leg of a chair, put it in a box, and you're giving away the old saying, I give an arm and a leg. So he gave an arm and a leg of a chair. And that was a joke. And I was like, yeah, but you have a cock ring of taffy. a taffy cock ring.
I got something that I can't use.
So that if you choose on it, it's still taffy.
Yeah.
And there's different flavors. So you get clearly you have to try every flavor. She's like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a win.
But an arm and a leg of a chair, like what's the point? You can't use it for anything.
Exactly. The joke was I opened it once. But now there's a weird taffy thing that's out there that, like, did they use it? Do you think it? You don't ever want to think about that. But
you don't know.
Is it in a fucking closet somewhere? Like the awkward cat with the fucking like.
I know.
And that's not even your Two-Face cat.
Nah, she's right here.
Yeah. So we ran long, but yeah, that's
the Mario trailer. Yes. May you want to go see the movie? Are you going to pay the $60 to go see it?
You know what I would do? I told you everything I did about my goddaughter. If it was my goddaughter wants to see it, we'll see it 3 times. But there's no reason I'm going to go see it myself.
Really? I think I have to see it out of just loyalty to the Nintendo brand. Like I'm seeing
there's also not
Nintendo fucking levels played out there. Like it's beautiful.
You're coming from okay. So with the trailer, there's nowhere to go. You can go from level 1 to level 8, and that's a whole movie. They added in fucking Mario Kart. They There's nowhere to go.
I disagree. I feel that
Okay,
they're connecting it. So the way I'm
they
seeing
are
it
connecting it. You're right.
is the the beginning of the trailer is showing Mario having to fight Donkey Kong in the arena. That arena that they're playing in is a replica of the Donkey Kong video game, where he's like dun 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 dun, dun where he's like throwing the barrels or whatever. You have to like jump on those like little lines. So my guess is they're trying to recruit him as an ally, and we know that that's Seth Rogen is voicing Donkey Kong, but so they need to recruit him as an ally, and then when all the folks from the Mushroom Kingdom are on the Mario Karts, I feel that that's them on their way to Bowser. Like though after they've recruited all these different allies and they're heading out, Peach looks like they're making her like the badass, and she starts teaching him how to like navigate these different terrains, and that's where you see the old school like Nintendo levels. Like it looks like all of this is a training thing because like Mario's like, dude, I'm just a fucking plumber. Why am I here? And he's being introduced to this world, so you're seeing it through his lens. Like,
Right. But Neo, the entire movie is him just becoming Neo.
yes, and
So why does he need to be Mario now?
I feel we're gonna see him become Super Mario. He's just Mario.
Right. No, I don't feel like even Super Mario. I feel like we're going to see. Okay, so what if we saw, like I said, Super Mario 1, where it's like we have the swimming aspect, we have where bullets are going to be thrown at you, we have the fish you can't touch, we have fucking so many aspects of even him becoming Mario to Mario, of story arcs that we could do
Yeah.
before we even get to fucking Mario Kart. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Mario Kart could be fucking what's the one, the Disney movie? Cars. It could be Cars. Part 2 could be Cars.
Yeah.
Part 3 could be fucking a playful version of what am I thinking? Of fucking the doll mask and fucking
Twisted Metal.
with
Twisted Metal.
the on his cheeks.
Saw.
Saw. It could be a playful Mario Party could be a fucking
Oh,
weird
yeah.
playful version of Saw
Oh yeah, I can see that.
to get every movie could be a different, like Mario 4 is blah blah blah, Mario Party, like, or even if everything could be Mario 1, 2, 3, where he could finally fly. I saw him fly. It was all it's DC. We're getting to this is all of his powers all in one movie. We have nowhere to fucking go.
I mean, yeah.
We want to get to Death of a Superhero today because that's what we know. Give us fucking who killed fucking Superman?
Doomsday.
Give us Doomsday tomorrow. Why? Give us the relationship building to Batman finally accepting Superman and then killing him, not in fucking one movie.
Yeah.
They just want to get to where are we at today?
Let's hurry up and get to
60, 70 years of fucking comic books.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be that. We don't need to fucking get to where we are today because the Robert Pattinson movie was year 2 and it's, oh my God, it's fucking Citizen Kane and it's year 2. You don't need to get to where we're at today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the whole basis of this whole fucking thing. Nobody envisioned Bane to sound like fucking Sean Connery for us to change it and fucking still sounds like Sean Connery.
Yeah.
But, you know, anyway.
Still love it.
That's why I wanted to talk to you about that stuff.
Um,
But yeah,
regard.
depression's going great. I'm out of it. I was going through a slight depression but I didn't know what it was. I thought it was like being single, but it's really not. I thought it was uh I thought it was the whole rent week. It basically was your world is changing and you don't know how it's changing. But it's my best friend is going more into lockdown under family, where I'm very like, it's almost like Wedding Crashers, where like Vince Vaughn
Yeah,
can't understand why you're not being you. That guy.
yeah,
That's all.
yeah,
It's another reason why I won't go see movies. Like I'm not gonna go see fucking John Wick 3 with like, hey, you want to go? I really never talked to you. Are you down? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
you don't ask other guys to movies either. It's a whole
I,
thing.
I really used to enjoy. I mean, not. Don't get me wrong. I'm very happy in a relationship, but I used to very much enjoy going to a movie by myself. There was something freeing about liking my own company. Um, it was strange the first time, and I'm envious I'll never get to do this. But one of my really good friends, she took a trip to Cancun actually by herself and had the best time. And I was like, dude, that's a fucking G. You could take a vacation, leave the country by yourself and be okay. And I was like, I want to do that. So like I started taking little steps, like go out to like having breakfast by myself used to be my favorite shit. Like I would go get breakfast by myself, like go to fucking IHOP, spend way too much on breakfast, like eat and then go to a movie of whatever the fuck I wanted to watch the movie, and then go home. And I'll be home by fucking 1 p.m. because I saw the matinee movie, which was cheaper, like on my day off. And to me, it felt free. Like
Yeah.
it reminded me that I didn't need anybody to like,
Yes.
yeah, like it was strange. It was like a strange sense of power. Like whenever I would get into a rut, I would like force myself to do this thing. I'll be like,
This is fun.
yeah, like this is fucking great. And then I do miss it because, but now I'm in a situation where if I do see something, she's like, "You saw that without me?" Like it's like,
Yeah. Even though she doesn't want to be there. You know what I mean? But it's tip for tat
right,
because you got to watch the Lake House Part 3, but I'm gonna see fucking Thanos Part 2. You know, like it's
yeah,
a
yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Um, I was like my ex was not into wrestling whatsoever. But one of our first hangouts was like me watching wrestling. And um there's a million more things to me. That there's hardcore fucking music, there's fucking The Cure, there is fucking Three Stooges. I am fucking everywhere with my taste. I love Bill Burr. I love Bill Burr because he says everything that I fucking think. Like when he says like, okay, cool, so let's all be equal. Okay, so then you guys are gonna pay for the date? No. Okay, so then um when things happen, basically he gets to a point where he's saying, so a man needs to provide for you. This is not counting the ex thing because my ex was fucking amazing. It just didn't work out. This is not counting the ex thing. I'm more saying what when he says something about equality, it's like, well, it's a cherry picking thing
yeah.
because
So you're on a buffet. You're only picking the shit you like.
yeah,
Be like,
like
you pay for dates, yeah. No,
but
no.
but
What
I
is
do
it?
want I want to make as much as you.
Make as much as
You're
you. I'll
also
take
going to
that.
be
Pay for the
right.
date. No, I don't want that. You can keep that one. Like, and it's
And
like
there's
picking and
also
choosing.
little moments where like if you do something, there's times where I understand I'm a fucking teddy bear, but there's absolute times amongst yourself where you need to be a fucking man.
Yeah,
I'm going to go into this knowing I'm going to get my ass kicked. babe, you're gonna get your ass kicked. What are you even fucking doing? Oh my god. That's the fucking last thing you fucking want to hear
Right.
when you're like, we're only in this because you started this fight in the fucking first place.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you want to fight her that's bringing him into this, that's bringing all of this fucking bullshit at this taco thing that I didn't even want to fucking be at in the fucking first place at all. And on top of that, you're going to belittle me because I gave you a massage yesterday and I'm a little fucking bitch and I'm the funny guy, I'm not the fucking fighter guy. But it's kind of like there's no time for you to be a guy. You got with me because I have a temper, and then all of a sudden it's a problem that I have a temper.
Yeah.
Which is his whole thing all the fucking time. I love wrestling. My grandma, my great grandma got me into fucking wrestling. Didn't like it, whatever. And it was all in Spanish because it was lucha.
Luchador. Yeah.
Exactly. And then I connected with her on that because everybody's doing gymnastics. And then I saw Hulk Hogan and I never fucking looked back. But it was the connection of we're going to McDonald's, take care of your great grandma, put on lucha, fucking channel 20, channel U, channel 28. They had a fucking La Lucha, as she calls it. And then there was a late night where I was watching Main Event, but I was watching Knight Rider into fucking Emptiness, into Golden Girls that led into fucking wrestling.
Yeah.
And I only recognized it because of her. And then it's Hulk Hogan saying, I'm going to tear you up, brother, and blah, blah, blah. And I was done. What I liked about Lucha matched up with the 80s Stallone overacting, I'm going to kill everybody in the room thing. Never fucking looked back. It's amazing to somebody because you're introducing them to something and then it becomes like, well, all he watches is wrestling. No, it's on Monday and Thursday. I don't watch anything. I'll watch it online so you could have the TV. But it's the thing that I brought up about the game. There's 2 weekends where it's like, I'm absolutely free all this other fucking time. But this is I don't go golfing. I don't fucking fantasy football. I don't fucking, not a goddamn thing.
This is my golf.
This is my thing.
Yeah.
2 Saturdays out of the month, this is what's going to happen. I will still make time for everything. I will still fucking go to wherever you need to go. But this is what I hold. Especially like when my mom passed away, like it was almost like a fucking, it was almost like it was a disconnect from the fucking world.
I get that.
It was my little like whatever. So now that's my fidget spinner. That's my get the fuck out. Just we'll watch anything you want to watch. I'll go to where you have to go, but I'm gonna be playing this game. You have 28 days of doing whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
So that's just my thing. Like, just, I think I brought depression out of something else, but that's, especially going through my depression, that has been my woosah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And then on top of that, when I get video games, I can't. I'm almost done. When I go do video games, I don't want to get on video games that are fucking whatever because I don't want to talk shit to little kids. I don't want little kids talking shit to me. On this,
I mute that shit all the time.
Everybody plays, everybody does whatever. I beat you, you beat me, we're all done. There's no fucking, How's that feel, little bitch? It's like, I don't know, like English class. Like, I don't want to get into any kind of fucking
Yeah.
dumb shit like that. So it's also a way to play against people. You grow your people to face other people, and you don't have to deal with little kids and their curfew, you know,
Yeah.
trying to talk shit to you about fucking life.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
We thought it was going to be a mini-sode. It still will.
I mean, we're having conversations. People are tuned in right now, learning about Cancun, learning about what actors have passed away,
Yeah, what
and
actors have passed away, but also like maybe if there was a different outlet in life, nobody knew amongst all of us, nobody knew like there's the depression that happened until you're out of it.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So like I didn't make anybody aware of it until I'm out of it. So
It's like outside looking in, be like, oh shit, I was.
yeah. And I thought it was being alone, but I'm happy to be alone, which some people can't understand, and they want me to get fucking some dating website or whatever, which I'm not against. I'm not looking to be miserable. I'm not to feel like I'm with somebody, like I'm okay. You know, like I don't.
Yeah.
Well, I have somebody, but we have 9 cats. I have somebody, but like I have no money. Like, why?
Yeah.
There's no fucking reason for me to be miserable to have somebody. And like it's like so that's when I realized my depression was more like I'm not getting to see my godchild nearly as much as I want. It's I get to really only see her at her softball games. And that is once a week, but that is only during that season. Where I usually was like, I haven't seen my goddaughter in 2 weeks. Let's like I want to go see her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's fucked up. It's really fucked up. It's one of those where the only way you can punish me, because I could give a fuck about you, the only way you can punish me is the kid.
You fell in
So
love
it's
with the
like,
kid. Yeah.
right? Yeah. Like, and I cannot fucking ever stand that. Things didn't work out between us. And the only way you can that's going across the fucking board. Guys absolutely do this too. But it's things didn't work out between us. So the only way I can fuck you over and say fuck you and you learn a lesson is through our kid, but it fucks over the kid. Coming from a fucking single mother child, it fucks over the kid because then it makes you feel like they never wanted to be there, but it was always like, well,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
It
Oh,
was
I
like
don't
it
want
was
your money,
always.
but you can't see him. And it's like, okay, cool. Well, I want to see him on Christmas. Well, you didn't give me fucking 3 weeks notice. Like, okay. So the reverse of that is he hasn't texted me in like 6 weeks to ask to see you. Like, when people want the ability to say no to you, and that's their power, fuck you and your entire way of living. If things didn't work out and my fucking kid wants to see his or her mom, please. But I'm coming from a single whatever.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. There's no way. There's no fucking way. Hey, it's Thursday and I'm 2 blocks away. Take him, go do what you need to do, because at most what you're going to make me jealous is like you took him to Knott's Berry Farm, and that's what's going to be the jealousy is he was at home and I took him to Knott's Berry Farm.
Right.
That's what's going to be but that's going to be a memory with your mom. You're trying to make me jealous, but he or she's gonna have that. You could tell what the fuck I want if I ever have a kid. I was gonna be a boy, but you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
I would rather have that and us. Look how much better is he's here. Look how much better. Then it is going to be about like, don't go with him. Look, he doesn't want you. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? In the end, like once I've already accepted, like I'm not going to see my godchild, it's going to be like, see, he doesn't even want to see you. Like that's something I never fucking want. Like,
Yeah.
I want to be. I'm stuck in Florida. We're at spring break. Come get me. I can't call my fucking parents. Come get me.
And you'll be
Right?
like,
I always
got
want
it.
that fucking
Yeah.
bond of do not trust and be on fucking Girls Gone Wild and like I made money to get home. Like you always have this. You always have, you'll never be judged. You'll never be whatever. Let's get you the fuck out of here. Besides that, I'm probably gonna have 9 shots before we even leave.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No.
So yeah, I was dealing with a little bit of depression. I realized what it was. I'm a little bit better about it now, but kind of iffy about even announcing this right now because
Sure.
if they ever listen, I don't want them to fucking take it the wrong way. But fucking, it's a lot different than somebody saying, "Well, why don't you go talk to them?" Like it's not that at all. It is if you talk to them about the situation, it becomes a bigger situation and not handling.
It becomes a thing.
Right. It
You don't want
becomes,
that.
well, I guess we have to go see Ash today because he hasn't seen you in 2 days. Like it becomes
Yeah.
that as
And
opposed
it's
to
like you're missing the point. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Like I want to fucking see my fucking best friend. I want to see like I'm okay, but your punishment is not. You understand that I'm okay, absolutely not seeing you ever again in my life.
Yeah.
But the way you can punish me is you're gonna take a. But you know that, so the way that you punish me is by fucking taking away my godchild or my best friend. So it's like, okay, that's cool, right? Like it's
Yeah.
fucked up. Like
I mean,
I
yeah.
don't know. So that's what my depression was. I'm now out of it, but it's kind of like at least I realized what it was, and it's not me.
And I think
trying
that's
to
usually the motherfucker, to be honest, is like being able to pinpoint, well, like, what the fuck is it? Why am I out of it? And it's like that consumes so much energy when you're trying to think, like,
Mhm.
what is it? And then once you finally have it, makes it a little bit easier. Like it's almost like being in a dark room and you hear a growl across the room that you can't see what it is. Be like, that's fucking scary. And then you see, and it's like a chihuahua. I'll be like, oh, okay, it's not that scary. Like I still
Yeah,
can't see the fucking chihuahua, but now I know what's over there. So it's like, it's
smaller
yeah,
version. Home Alone when he sees the fucking stove thing and he's scared of it, and then all of a sudden it's
yes.
like day 3. And it's like, bro, shut up.
I just saw that movie yesterday.
Well, that's my Christmas movie, which we will get into
Next week.
later on. Next week.
It's my Christmas movie too, but 1 and 2
Absolutely.
back to back.
There's something that you said that fucking ignited something, and then I was kind of like, oh. Um. So yeah, the people that like, if you don't realize that you're the problem, and the way that I could affect you is other people and affecting your relationship, like, and you can't handle like, if the problem is never you and like you can't handle that problem,
Hmm.
stop doing that. Stop fucking over the other person to make your point, because there is no point in that. It's like, well, then now if you fucking blah 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 with me, then you can't see any of the fucking people in my family. Like, oh, well, then that doesn't take care of the fucking problem whatsoever,
Yeah.
because now I can't see anybody, and then they can't see me, and then it becomes a it becomes one of those fucking moments where, oh, I used to know you when you were 5. I don't know who the fuck
Like,
you are.
okay, yeah.
So I don't like that at all. So don't fucking do that. If you guys do that out there, whoever's fucking listening, know that the problem is you, whether it's happening to you or not. If it's happening to you, try to figure out a way to fucking fix it, but also realize too, if somebody's absolutely okay with you not being in their life and the only way you can affect them is by fucking them over and fucking over the relationship with the kid and that person, that goes for people that are with each other. We had a kid, it didn't work out. He's okay with being single. She's okay with being single. The only way I can fuck you over is to fuck over, like, oh, can I have her for Thanksgiving? Yeah, absolutely. And then you fucking whatever, just to fucking little be dicks by like treating your kid like a pawn.
Yeah.
Fuck every fucking thing that you're doing and your entire way of life. It works for absolutely no one, and it only fucks over your kid, and then they end up whatever you envision them not to be is the fucking thing they're going to gravitate towards.
Yeah. And for what? Pride.
Yeah.
Bullshit, y'all.
It's absolutely. Fucking, if you just live your life and you just fucking whatever and you move on, that fucks over the fucking person way more than you're trying to fucking them over with.
You're not even worth my time.
Oh, you want our daughter this weekend? Cool. I can fucking now go to Cancun. I can now go to whatever, and you live your fucking life, and just that's what will make them. It's not, no, well, you can't have them. And then you just keep them in a fucking room because you punish them by keeping them away from your fucking kid. It's so fucked up. Like, it's way more fucked up than trying to teach a fucking person a lesson. This is not my best friend. This is not his wife. This is the fucking situations that I've been seeing where I'm more happy being single because I didn't impregnate somebody, because they're not. I adore kids. I'm a single child. I'm an only child. So, and I had a dad that didn't fucking want to be there. That instilled in me that I need to be there for not only my shit. That's why I'm all about my godchild. That's why I'm all about fucking Esteban's kids. That's the phrasing was horrible. I'm all about Esteban's kids. I'm all about just kids. If we're all hanging out and a kid runs into the room, it becomes like, hey, it's all good. It's all like, it's all fucking, oh, that's amazing. What did you draw? That's so cool. Like, it doesn't become that you're in the fucking way. And it was a very much a, why are you acting like a 12-year-old? And I am 12. It became more of a, honey, behave. Honey, we're at a fucking opera. I'm 6. I don't know how the fuck I'm supposed to act. Right. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, honey, we need to not be loud. We need to not be, you know what I mean? Like it. So I never grew up like that's probably why I'm a fucking man child now. Like, I was never able to fucking be a
indulge
kid.
Yeah.
Because we were always around grown-ups. So when a kid runs in the room and showing me his drawing, that's going to be the fucking Mozart, fucking Picasso of fucking drawings. And that's what I try, and that's the kind of fucking person I am. So when I'm not able to see my godchild, it's like, that's the way you're punishing me, because you're okay with me not seeing you because you're a piece of fucking shit. I need to fucking edit that. We will edit that. And that goes for you too, Joey, who I'm talking about.
That makes it look very believable as you shift your eyes left and right.
Ash loves
That
children.
is
Yes, Zach, I love children.
poncho. All right, guys, and I believe that'll do it for today's episode of Comics. Thank you for tuning in, and a little bit more of a free flowing conversation type style that we did
We only had
today.
2 subjects.
Yeah, we just wanted to.
And I'm also talking to my friend. I'm not talking to a group. I'm talking to my friend.
Oh, yeah, that's absolutely right. And it was. Don't get me wrong. We obviously we missed the rest of our group, but um, it's nice to be able to just have a one-on-one conversation with you, sir.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Like, again, I'm talking to my friend. I'm not talking to. There's times where I need to remember, oh yeah, we're live, or yeah, we're recording, but like, it's also the fucking emotional vomit that I haven't been able to say out loud, because if you can't talk to your best friend, who the fuck do you talk to? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. I get that, man. Very much so.
It's a good
Alrighty,
show.
guys. Very good show. And once again, just to give a big reminder to continue to watch clips on YouTube, leave comments,
And Zach was here too.
and thank you, Zach, for your participation. Continue to follow, continue to share clips with your friends. Let's get the awareness up. A like on the video really does make a difference. So even if you're watching it live and you see
Also,
it on
we
YouTube,
don't have our comment
thumbs up.
section because nobody's making fucking comments. We're gonna be doing skits again soon. There's stuff that's gonna be happening.
Oh yeah.
We're just gonna get to it because we haven't been, but we're gonna get to it.
We'll get some stuff. I dig it.
But yeah, you are. If there are 5 of us, you guys are the 6th member of the fucking group. So if there's questions, if there's any comments, that was us making you guys part of the group. So we need those comments so that you guys also, if ever there was a comment and you happen to be on our Twitch, there's a time where we can bring you on and you can ask your question if there's further clarification. And again, the audience, you guys are, I absolutely hate for people to say, please leave a comment and please blah, blah, blah. Like, your comment is you being part of the group, because if you're following on Twitch, or once we get to further TikTok live and things like that, we can bring you on if we know that you're on, and you can further explain everything. And you can actually even hear our comments. We can explain it to you. You could say it to us. And that's your way of being part of the fucking group.
Worded beautifully. You're all part of the family and out of the comics army, because we really are comics. And
Everywhere.
that's right. My boy said it. All right, guys. Everybody have a good night, good day, good morning. And until the next one.